Hey, I haven't done this in quite a while, so I figured I would come back and visit and say hello and all of that bullshit. Um, there's not a hell, well, there's actually a lot going on. One is my hair fell out again, thus the shaved head. The next is after 27, almost 28 years of life, have finally actually managed to almost grow a mustache. Although the beard still makes me look Amish because it won't grow here. But I've decided to not shave the beard or the haircut until the next time my hair falls out, at which point I will shave my entire head again. But there's not a hell of a lot going on. I've been doing some things to keep myself busy. Smoking pipe tobacco. I've gotten a few new pipes, most of which I can't show you because they're all over the place. But one of them, I have always wanted a Misham carved pipe. Like I've got loads of them. You've seen me smoke them before. But I never had like a carved one, so I got like a really creepy looking one because it was the only one I could afford. So it is this, and it is super creepy looking, but I love it, and you can see it's already starting to develop the classic Greenman dirt. But yeah, it's wonderful. I love it. And what else is there? I'm on drugs right now because I spent 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. this morning in the hospital, and it wasn't fun. And there's the spot from the IV, and I had to go in by ambulance because my chest locked up. So my drugs, the new drugs, are tramadol, which is what I asked for because it's a non-narcotic that works like a narcotic. I don't take Vicodin anymore. I dislike Vicodin. It shuts my brain off, and it's not real useful for the long term. So unless I want to turn into like Dr. House, without the brilliance, but with all the bitterness. The usual other run is 3,600 milligrams a day of gabapentin, 75 milligrams a day of nortriptyline, 100 milligrams a day of sertraline, and 1 milligram a night of doxazosin to help with the post-traumatic stress nightmares. In other news, we're not going to call it a dollhouse because I can't deal with the idea of us calling it a dollhouse. But I have started building a dollhouse. But the idea is to build a house that's to scale. It's 1 inch equals a foot. And I got 2 cheap ones, and I kind of meshed them together, and I've been kind of adapting them from there. But there's coolness to it, like doors that actually open and close, and I have windows in there that actually open and close. And my goal is to not make it into something that looks like a dollhouse, but to make it look like something that's a real honest-to-God house. So the outside is first. I am siding it with bricks, and when I say siding it with bricks, I mean individual bricks. $5 gets you 350 of them, and so this is the house. So that's a ukulele, by the way. But so there's the house so far, and you'll note that the bricks are really coming along, and then here's a pile of bricks, but this going across is the walkway. Over there is going to be the front door. Originally this middle window was the front door, but I wanted to change things up a little bit. The front door now is in another house, which was actually too small to actually turn into a house. So there's this, and I'm going to have dormers eventually come out here. And I made a chimney out of scrap wood, and I've been bricking that up. And yeah, so there's that kind of stuff. And then I'm learning to play the ukulele. And because I'd show you the guitar, but the problem with the guitar is that if you're bedridden, which I am, then you can't really play the guitar. The ukulele, on the other hand, is incredibly light, and I've got it strung to low G, so you've got, it sounds like a guitar more than a ukulele usually would, but because I'm poor and because strings kept breaking, this one's wire, this one's nylon, and I swiped the A string off of the guitar, so I have a really serious steel string here, which means if you say want to play a C note, so you do that, you really have to, it does not sound right, but if you just do it gently, it makes no noise. But it's out of tune. But it's coming along, and I'm in the process of building a banjo ukulele, which I would show you the bits for, but the neck is basically a block of wood, and I'm slowly grinding it down to shape, and I'm going to use a snare drum, a 10-inch by 4-inch snare drum, which I haven't bought yet because I'm broke, as the pot, and there's going to be that. And then when that's done with, where is it? Hold on. So I grew up in a household that had a full metal shop in the basement. I had to sell it after Dad died, but I grew up with it. So Dad and my hobby was model engineering, and that's to build live steam or live gasoline or clocks or whatever. So after I finish the banjo ukulele, I'm going to begin to build D, which is a gauge 1 locomotive, and in here are the two size full specs for it. So and then there's that sort of bit, and then if we do this is how big the locomotive will be. And it is a locomotive that runs on spirits, alcohol, if you want to get technical. Here's more pictures of it. And so I don't have a metal shop anymore, which is a serious pain in the ass if you plan on building a locomotive. But there is no reason why I can't build the frame and the boiler and the cab and everything else in bed using hand tools. It will just take longer, and then when we move and I can buy a lathe, then I can build the actual steam engine parts of it. But so there's that, and then these glasses I've been wearing, I don't know if this is going to cut out at 10 minutes or not, but these glasses I've been wearing since I was 15, and they're really beat to shit. And they were fine when I was 15, but I don't like them anymore because I'm 28, and well, I don't like them anymore. I honestly don't know if this is going to cut out in 20 seconds or not. I hope not. So I bought a pair of, they're 75 years old, and they're round-rimmed glasses. And it's slightly disturbing if I was to tell you where they are made. But the price was right, and so they're 75 years old. And the lenses aren't right yet, so I have to get my eyes checked, and then I have to send them off to get lenses made. But those are the new glasses, and I am super excited about them. And I know I'm going to take shit for this, for announcing this on here, but they were made in Germany in 1937 for the military. So technically, the glasses I'm wearing right now were made for the Nazis. But in my defense, I'm poor, and they cost $35, and they're exactly what I wanted in a set of glasses. And they're 75 years old, and they're fucking awesome. So we're going to ignore the fact that I'm wearing the same type of glasses that Himmler wore, and we're just going to look at the fact that they are just really fucking cool glasses. And they're sprung here, so they actually wrap around your ears and they hinge, and then there's no adjustment. There's no like little pads for the bridge of your nose in here. They just, they press right up against the ridge of your nose. And I love them dearly. And again, we're ignoring where they came from. The case in German says service glasses. And they came with this little sheet of paper, which I filled out slightly differently than should be. But it was the, oh, fuck, I really shouldn't have done that. But the point is that, now you know where I live. But the point is that the sheet of paper says 1937 on it. So that's really pretty cool. And please, no one, and I swear no one, come find me, because I really would not appreciate that. I don't care who you are. If you're Jesus Christ, don't come to my house. Anyways, yeah, that's, we should have a little lesson on what not to do on the internet, and one of them is to show your address. But anyway, so that's that, and then on the 24th of this month, there's a hearing to see if I can get retroactively declared lifetime disabled, or childhood disabled, which in turn I guess is lifetime disability, which should go through, since I tried to go to college from 2002 until 2009, and out of the 4 colleges I went to, I had to drop out every time, several times for some of them, on medical leaves, and I couldn't keep a job because my body hurts all the fucking time. So by default, I am disabled from childhood. It's just proving it in a court that's going to be the trick. So I'm stressing out about that, because the decision is going to be made by a judge who I am going to meet on the 24th for the first time ever. And in 45 minutes after talking to me and my mother and my brother and I forget who else, and reading some letters that friends are writing, he's going to decide my fate. And if he says no, I'm fucked, because you can appeal it, but they won't review anything but what is presented at this hearing. So I'm stressing out in a kind of a big way, like legitimately freaking out, because I have no control over any of this, and I really, really, really hate not being in control of my life. And so there's that. And I would smoke right now, but I just finished smoking. The pipe's still warm, and there's no music playing, and I've been talking for 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit pause, and I'm going to make sure that the whole thing loaded. And I miss you all, and I love you all. Well, not all of you, but most of you. I'm actually a pretty antisocial human being. But anyways, that's all said and done, and I would love to talk about how Canada has abolished all of the gay marriages in Canada, which is fucked, but I won't. So peace.